Well, it's been a minute since I posted anything. Have all these wonderful ideas to talk about and haven't been on to talk about any of them. My desire to do much of anything hasn't been greatest. Lots of stuff going on. um, Something I give one big heavy issue that I can't talk about yet, and I don't know when I will be able to. And that's just something that's been ongoing for the past year. That's coming to a head by the looks of it. I can see my phone screen reflecting off of my glasses. I have no idea what I might move if I stay like this. I don't know how I can fix that because without my glasses I can't see anything. So my hair looks like a science experiment. I'm waiting to get paid this weekend to go and get it cut. I'm in desperate, dire need. It's so bad. People are starting to ask me if I'm growing it out long, and no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm still reflecting off my glasses. If anybody in the comments wants to give feedback about the reflection in on my glasses, about keeping the light from glaring off of it and blinding everybody, that would be fantastic. So this is an update on my cat, Cali. Cali is 14. I adopted her when she was 11. Her actual date of birth, her former family, well, I like to call them her other family because they still ask about her and they still care about her. So, they're still family even though they haven't seen her. We talk on Facebook and they enjoy photos and updates, and I'm more than happy to give them that. Callie, so we just use her gotcha day for her birthday, so Callie will be 15 in August, so we got a pretty senior key going on. I've had some different feedback on this situation. The most negative comment I have received is with regards to her. She's incontinent anymore. She's a senior cat. People have the same thing. You lose your continence. I refuse to euthanize her based on incontinence. I got a few negative remarks about that when asking for feedback on Facebook about how somebody gets a diaper on a cat that really doesn't want one. Yes, I'm insisting that she wear a diaper. I've not succeeded yet. I don't know how much everybody can see, but this is tonight's damage from trying. Let's see if I can get my face out of here. I can twist my arm enough. Yeah, she took her tooth and dragged. But that's because I was making her mad. Last time, I clipped her claws. She didn't have the power to do that one this time. But she hooked a claw right in here, hooked in and pulled. Oh my, painful. She screeches. She has this deep, screechy alley cat scream when she's letting me know. So I know what words she was calling me, but the thing is, my bed seems to be her litter box. It's where she wants to go to the bathroom. And I just can't, I am putting stuff down to protect it, but she still finds ways to get it in places like under the pillow or off of. I've been using disposable pads on the bed for her, but those technically are for me for medical reasons. So if that's going to be the solution, if that's what it turns out to be, then I'm gonna just buy pet specific puppy pads for her. But she scrunches it up as though she was burying it up in the litter box and ends up getting a bunch of stuff off of it and onto my sheets or blanket or whatever. Not a fun thing to discover at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is why I'm not really leaning in that direction. I've been trying newborn diapers. They just don't want to go around her knees. which is how she kicks them off while she's making mashed potatoes out of me. There's some ideas that have been given to me. Keeping her nails clipped more than I usually do, like I'm on it more than usual, so that when I do have to take care of her, clean her up, try to put a diaper on or what have you, she can't use them as weapons on me. And she will. She didn't break the skin, but she did take a swat at my face. I know she didn't want to hurt me, but she just doesn't know how else to tell me to, like, get out of here when I'm not listening. I mean, she insists on going to the bathroom on my bed, so yes, I insist on diapers. I haven't bought her little newborn shorts that are actually a little bit too big. It's actually pretty funny. The purpose of that being that so she can't tear with the diaper, and then just put an elastic around it to tie them off so that they're tight enough to stay on her. I discovered today, because she just kind of shakes her sillies out and the whole ensemble comes off. I've discovered that it's because I can't get around her knees and I can't seem to figure out why. Somebody gave me a tip that if you when you need both hands free, if you put a hair clip. Sorry, I'm moving my head around a lot because I'm trying to keep the reflection of light off. Trying to keep the reflection off my glasses. Then I guess the cat, it just goes still for you. To see if I have not yet tried that, I'm gonna go this weekend to the dollar store. I'd rather find a kid's one. My mama offered to give me one of hers, but I don't want to put an adult one on her because if it's to mimic a mother cat's teeth, they're not as big as an adult hair clip, so I'll be able to plus, like, her clips are, long and curvy. I just want something simple and flat, so something made for a kid would be more appropriate. But I tried just scruffing her, and she did stay still for that. I mean, she still got me. I was able to combat the biting with an e-collar. I have one from when Mocha used one. So I put that on her so she couldn't bite me as much. I have bite gloves, but I can only find one of them. Not very helpful. She gave me a good scare one day to the point where I did phone her family because I wasn't sure she was going to make it 24 hours. She was just, the behavior that I saw in her was so very disturbing. Trigger warning here. If you don't want to hear about a senior cat and some ill symptoms that they might show, you should probably stop listening now. And I'm going to get into it. She was acting very strange. She didn't want to move anywhere. She was very insistent upon hiding in my closet, which is something she likes to do, but she was quite insistent upon it. And for much too long periods of time, like where she normally would come out for a drink and some water. One thing that this little one hates with a royal passion is being picked up. She doesn't bite or scratch at the beginning of it. She just really twists herself around and lets me know what she thinks of the idea. So I really don't do it, like she was laying on a storage bin. Normally she would grab at the storage bin and fight me first. She didn't fight me at all. She was limbing my arms. That's not Cali style. She's definitely got more attitude than that about being picked up. And normally she walks away with a hiss after being done. So after that, she wasn't eating as much as she usually does. She's always been good about drinking, so she had lots of water, which is good. But like I pulled her out of the closet, she didn't fight me. I sat her down because one of the techniques I've been working on is locking her out of my bedroom during the day, so she can't access my bed to go to the bathroom on it. That's okay because she just does it on the cat tower. So that's been super fun. So I do believe she's losing some of her mental faculties. Now, physically, she's actually okay. But I did not think, like, given her behaviors, those of you watching this will not know Cali or her behavior or her usual behaviors. The other thing she can't stand is being crated, which is why that's not being used as an option for continence control. I mean, if she wants to go in there and poop on the pillow and all I have to do is change the pillowcase, I'll shove a disposable pad inside to protect the pillow from pee, and you go, girl. That's definitely an option for me, but she won't do it. Whoops. I'm falling over. This tripod doesn't have the best balance. Let's come up a little bit more now. There we go. My Amazon cell phone tripod special. Oh, and now the reflection is worse. I think because I left a light on in the kitchen. That's okay. She actually walked into it, like, on her own. She does not do that. She does that at the vet. When it's time to go home, she'll walk in, sit down, and look at me like, well, close the door, let's go. And doesn't talk to me for several hours after we get back. She just kind of, she doesn't even want to look at me. Fun times. So I do not put her in there unless being transported. We either to the vet or to Mama's. We haven't been able to go to Mama's lately because the room I usually sleep in has an occupant at the moment. Probably will for a while. So I have to sleep on the airbed downstairs if I sleep over. There's no door on the rec room, which means I can't barricade Cali in. And she can't just roam around the house because there's 2 other cats in the house that would absolutely not be all right with that. I think Cali would freak out too. So we just keep her in one space. We snuggle, spend a bunch of time together, but there's no door on there, so I can't go. And I can't just leave Cali home because she has to be brushed like twice a day. Otherwise, she'll get tangles, especially at the back end. Her grooming isn't so fantastic these days, so I have to baby wipe her and comb her lots to keep everything. And I can't leave her with a diaper on for 48 hours because she dirties it and then she sits in a dirty diaper. That's disgusting and not humane and will not happen. We wouldn't do that to her. Plus, I need to really make sure, she's really a trigger warning again here, but oh, this tripod needs a 4th. Doesn't balance very well. Switch position, and I need to lean back. That's as much sitting forward as I've got in me. So I have to be here, to give her wet food twice a day. And I bring her to my she needs to be taken to a closed off space away from the other cats. So we either go to the bathroom or to the bedroom, and it's just Cali and I. The bathroom is easier because my bed is always occupied by my 4 other cats. So it's easier to just take her in there, and I sit there with her until she's officially done to make sure she's eating something because she's trigger warning again, this isn't going to sound good, but she's scrawny. Her bones look like they're poking through her skin. I feel that I don't know, all of this different things combined in one day just really got to me, and I felt that she was very near the end, if not maybe even that day. I was literally looking up what the action plan would be if euthanasia had to be looked at, but I didn't want engage in that right away in case she was just having an ornery day. Well, this went on for a couple of days and I went, uh-oh. But somehow, my little munchkin, and that's just a nickname, that's not the type of cat she is. That mistake got made. They're like, well, if she's a munchkin, I'm like, no, she's a munchkin, but not by breed, just by character. She's a domestic short-hair calico, sweet as can be. She's even got a little heart over her face. I cannot pick her up to show you, partly because my chair is too high up right now to reach her, and partly because I already angered her quite a bit by trying the diaper again. Picking her up, she wouldn't allow it. If she happened to jump herself up here, or put herself within the scene, I would gladly show her little face. And maybe my next video can just be about Cali and what she's like normally, and I'll just follow her around with the camera where she goes without picking her up and making her mad. I'll be doing that. It's just trying to be as supportive of her as possible. If anybody has input on how to get a diaper on a cat that does not want it, I would love to hear it. Seeing more of my wall than you are of me. Not that there's much of me to see. I'm not that attractive. And I know it. I don't usually say a lot in these things. I'm new to vlogging, and so I think about all these things I want to say and I'm gonna say, and now I'm sitting here going, but that'll get better. That comes with practice. So it has been, this video is going on 17 minutes now, so I should probably end it soon. She has taken a turnaround. I want to end that on a positive note. So she did. She turned around. She's back to eating. As soon as we get into the bathroom to try a diaper session, first thing she does is turns around and hisses at me because she knows that's what I'm going to do. I have taken into account that the newborn diaper might actually be too small, but she's so tiny and scrawny that I did not think anything bigger would be much too big. But because I can't seem to get it like past her knees, she just takes a couple steps, shakes her sillies out, and walks it off. I'm like, oh. That's part of the reason for the shorts too, not just so she can't, partly so she doesn't tear it with her teeth, because I don't want her tearing at it and eating at it and all that other fun stuff, but so that it's harder for the diaper to fall off. So I got this little 2-pack of newborn shorts. It's hilarious. And when you get the ensemble on her, she gets it off before we leave the bathroom. When you get it on her for a minute, you just want to take pictures. She has not left it on long enough to take pictures because she shakes it off and she just sits at the bathroom door like, let me out and let me out now. But I have to take her in there because, as you can probably see, this is a headrest behind me. It's the headrest of my wheelchair. It's not some kind of funky office chair I'm sitting in, so I can't chase her all around the apartment. Plus, I think that would be a lot more traumatic for her too. So between the two of us, it's much more humane. It's much easier, much safer for both of us if she's not. I don't want my other cats wait outside the door because they want to know what she's screeching about. But she's turned around. I've caught her eating some of her kibble, which is great. She's been eating more of her wet food. I keep a stock of her favorite flavor. But she has taken a turnaround, and I'm so happy to see that. As I told her, she's 14 now. She's not 15 quite yet. Not till later in the summer. But my cats and my little munchkin is no exception to the rule. I haven't told her you're not allowed to think about becoming unalive. I don't think I'm allowed to say the D word on here, so YouTube has these weird rules, so I don't think they're not allowed to go to the bridge, I guess, or, you know, gain their wings, or however you want to put it, until they're at least 20. The same rules apply to her. I want as much time with her as I can get. I'm realistic. Obviously, no, I might not get the time that I want. I am realistic to that. I might not have her till, I might not have any of them till they're 20. But, you know, the person can hope. She's still a snuggle bug. She still has to, she's got this thing where she has to be on you to some degree when she sleeps with you. So I've woken up to her like across here, or I go, she's laying on her chest, and her face is like right here, and her eyes are like a, it doesn't, my mama says, oh, that would freak me right out. I'm so used to it that I just open my eyes, I'm like, oh, it's Cali. Well, Princess by her, she is a princess too. I got another cat that it was been nicknamed Princess since she was 4 weeks old, so the princess thing kind of, she is one though. Not in the same way the other one is. The other one gets called that because she's a whiny little Siamese. Callie is more of a, that one, the Siamese one, she's more of the diva, whiny, spoiled princess type. Callie's not a whiny princess type. She's definitely spoiled. She's treated like a little queen, as she should be. She's got a very loving personality. I've never met a cat like her and probably never will again. So I'm pretty honored to have her through her senior years. So that's my update on, well, I say update, this is new to my vlog. It'll be update. Her family will consider this an update. It's too much to type. I waited too long to update them, so I'll link it to my Facebook page and tag her family in there, and then they can listen to me carry on about Cali for, it's been 22 minutes now that I've gone on and saying a lot. Oh gosh, she's got a shoe fetish. So she has a pair of shoes that I don't wear anymore. When I was getting rid of shoes that I don't use anymore, I told her she could have one pair, and she lays on them, she drags them around. It's the funniest thing. I'll have to try to remember how to make a slideshow and make a slideshow of pictures of her doing silly stuff like that and put it up. I haven't made a slideshow since like 8 years when I had to do them for some schooling I was taking. There she is, laying in her shoes like a munchkin. Hi, Munchkin. So I'm gonna stop. It's after midnight in my world. But I keep thinking about vlog things that I want to talk about, so I'm vlogging this. And I've gone on long enough. So I'm gonna say good night, and if you would love to hit that like button for me, that helps me out. Leave a comment if you want to. Yeah, hit that like button. Feel free to give me feedback. Please do it diplomatically. Like, your abusive comments will be deleted if you can delete them. I don't even know. If you're abusive with me, I will delete it. If it's diplomatic, then I'll accept constructive diplomatic criticism. There's some of my speech issues for you. Is definitely welcomed. Tips on how to deal with an incontinent cat that wants no part of having a diaper put on them would be wonderfully welcomed. Tips on being a better vlogger would be wonderfully welcomed. I'll take any of that, positive or negative. So good night, and I will see you next video.